I guess.
I could have screwed you over and not told you.
So, well, it's noon. I can tell time, motherfucker.
No, we're good.
Right on.
We're good. We're going, and we're not muted for once, which is always nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
I found an interesting thing the other day. Well, yesterday actually, and I bought it.
What did you buy?
It's called a glow fob, and
That sounds
you can.
very uh
It's a tritium little, like a keychain pendant that fucking gloves for whatever, like 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. I guess I don't know what the fallout rate of that is. It's the same tritium stuff that they put in the Luminox watches. I don't know if you've seen those before.
yeah.
The Tacticool. So, yeah, I ordered fucking couple of those.
For when the boogaloo comes.
When the boogaloo comes. No, well, it's more or less for this. Is it this guy? Signature light. Yeah. So I bought myself a couple freaking Victorinox knives. So limited edition. Uh, the little guy. You can see that. Yeah, you can see it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little flashlight because fucking why not? A pen, a pen, and obviously blade. Like it's the little guy, but it's black.
Sweet.
Like it's a limited edition chemically anodized Victorinox knife. So I got me one of these. Cause fucking why not? I decided that I don't have a little tool or something that I should carry around. 'Cause I always have my toolbox with me, but sometimes it doesn't happen, and then I'm like,
Well,
shit, I need to pry something, whatever.
you occasionally go to other places where you don't require
Yeah,
tools, and
yeah. So then I got the other one. Cause I fucking bought two,
I
and I
mean,
thought I bought
I
a third
always
one
have
that's
some
on the way.
pliers and a screwdriver in the car just in case.
Yeah, so I want to get something in the car as well. But this is the grip.
The
The
switchblade,
No, it's just a regular
shank.
knife. But what I like is that they have the button. The button of the logo is actually the release of the lock. So yeah, it's a pretty cool knife. I think the one of the most unique thing on it is that it has the black uh, tweezers, more or
Mm-hmm.
less, like just the tip, and the black toothpick. I've never seen that on a Victorinox knife. So yeah, but I bought these more or less for the
Is
collection.
that
I'm not
something
gonna
you would
really.
actually ever use, the toothpick?
I used mine actually a couple of times, or and quite a bit, but not for like toothpicking, but like prying things in between shit, like getting into something and getting like lint out of the headphones. Because at the time I used to have ear pods and shit.
Get all the
Yeah,
goop out.
I used it all the time, but now I usually just what I would do with the toothpick, I would replace it for the ferrocerium rod. So then you can actually start the fire if you go out somewhere, and we do go out to the fires now. So it'd be good to have something cool to start fire with, not just fucking jerry can of gas and shit.
You don't want to sit there like rubbing sticks
Oh
together.
fuck that! No, it's just whack whack done, over and out. What's going on here?
As per usual, any questions go just about. Yeah, I say just about partially because I don't know what YouTube will censor. And or
Do
what
what is?
for people in chat and whatnot, I was going to say just about any question. If you guys have any questions, just about anything goes. But uh,
Not anymore.
certain things are definitely off topic, YouTube concerned. But I'd be happy to answer them. But I don't think YouTube would let me.
Email us privately. Fuck.
Well, apparently Google is cracking down on that shit too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think they were gonna, you know that what we were talking about, that squiggly line under misspelled things. They were gonna
Hmm.
develop an algorithm so it's more gender neutral language in your emails used.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
So gonna start Xizuring people and shit.
President Xi of China.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
insanity.
one of those things, and well, whatever. I don't care. I think I'm pretty much with the most hated man on the planet right now on the same page like Elon Musk, basically. Like, I don't really care what you
Oh,
say as long
they
as it's within the legal bounds.
he really pissed off the vegan side of whatever gross genitalian, whatever the fuck you want to call this. Like for real, because Twitter now,
Transtifa.
like, well, because the Twitter blocked everybody that was against their narrative, more or less, not against the truth. I would say.
Well, they're not even. All these people aren't even mad that. What you say? They're not
But
gonna
like
lose their voice, but they're mad that it's not a lopsided fight anymore. And I'm not even sure where I fall on any of this nonsense because, in the end, I just mostly want to be left alone. Like, fuck
yeah, but these
off.
people just won't leave. They can't leave alone. Like the caring movement and all that nonsense.
Yeah,
But
call
like
my
if you look at
manager.
Twitch,
He'll tell you to fuck off, too.
if you look at Twitch, you know, back in I don't know how long ago it was, but if you said that like there's gonna be a time where there's gonna be passports required and blah blah blah, and you would just get banned, or if you called out fucking whatever ivermectin or some, you just get banned right away. They just fucking nuke your ass, right? But now it's okay to talk about and admit these things, or same thing like with the Trump. Like if you were talking against the Trump, you were good, but if you were talking pro Trump at the time when he was a president, it was fucking bad. So
Well, I mean, you see it on Facebook right now. On Facebook right now, it's illegal to call for people's death unless they're Russian soldiers or
it's
Russians
just
in general.
I
It's like,
can't
right.
believe like who sits at what fucking room to write these programs and algorithms, because there's got to be somebody creating this, correct?
Activists. You don't get to
Like
any
that,
of this without some activism.
no, I understand that, but like these people work for Facebook, right? Or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
but Facebook is and Google, etc., are swimming in money. So they have a bunch of people that work for them that they don't really care that they don't do anything. I mean,
Fair point, I guess.
on Twitter, one of these guys wrote up post pandemic coming back to work and whatnot, and he said he worked for the big tech things. It sounded like it was Google, but it could also been Twitter. But he was basically
Mhm.
saying that they did like roundtable conversations of how are you doing, and everybody was like, oh, this, that, and the other, and he's like, yeah, I just spent time with my family and I worked when I had to. I'm doing good, and they got really annoyed that he was doing good. Like, how dare you?
Wow.
And he said that most of the meeting was just people crying about how terrible their life was.
I don't. I
But
distance
imagine
myself
doing
from
that at
people like that.
work, right? Like, I remember back in the day, and I'm not even that old, nor are you, that, like, your personal life you left at home. Like, your work didn't give a fuck what your personal life was about as long as you worked.
Well, when I went through the divorce, I never really talked about it at work. Like I didn't discuss it. Like it's none of your fucking business what I do or what's happening in my personal life.
I bet you
I
nowadays
talked
in
to
this
my
big
best
tech
friend, but
nonsense, you probably get like months off and you're still going to be paid.
oh yeah, the stress leave or whatever.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Oh well, it is what it is. If I guess if you can swim in money, like I mean, the Zuckerbot also swims in fucking money, so I guess he doesn't care that much.
Hmm. wonder if Musk would buy Facebook too.
No, it's too expensive. You can't.
Hmm.
I mean, Twitter is the smallest of them all, right?
Yeah, but it's also the most powerful
Yeah, but Facebook.
comparatively to like Facebook and Google. Like for the price that you pay, the power you get or influence you get, that's a better deal, in my opinion.
Sure, but Facebook has and more users, more active users, more. They actually make money. Like, I don't think Twitch has ever made any profit.
Well, he may change that.
Or Twitter has ever made any profit. I mean,
So how is it worth 40 bills?
NSA algorithms and that sort of thing, the spying that you can do. That information is money in and of itself.
Of course.
But I think Facebook is probably worth something like $1 billion or $1.5 trillion or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Unsubscribe right the fuck now.
Let's see.
Oh, you don't have Facebook account, right?
No.
Because they wanted to know your shoe size.
Facebook net worth as of Q4 2021 is 125 billion. So to buy it, you probably have to spend like close to 300-400 billion.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I'd rather put that money into a fucking spacecraft. And fly.
But here. That Q4 value is after it lost $232 billion in value as a company last year.
That's a feels bad shit. I'm tripping when I lost. I'm down fucking $7,000. And
Hey, I think how it worked
down
today.
way
Yeah, we
more than
lost
that.
$232 billion. Oh, that sounds like an okay day. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. What's for
So
dinner?
you want sushi or pizza? Holy shit. That's a lot of money. But again, like, is it really money? Like, it's just some numbers on a screen somewhere that tells you what worth you are, or how rich you are, I guess, right? At the end of the day.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say, but I mean, obviously, if you had to sell, like a Zuckerberg, like had to sell just the personal stock that would roll in would drop the price like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the shares you can buy and people are willing to buy right now, that's how you come to market cap. I mean, don't forget, like, Elon still overpaid Twitter by like $15 billion?
Yeah.
Because their Q1 numbers came out, and yeah, it was all worse than they pretended it was.
Fuck, $232 billion. Apple's 116 bills. I thought Apple was
Largest drop.
largest drop. This is the bad news.
Yeah. Apple in
This is the
September
bad
of
news graph.
2020 lost 182 billion.
Yeah, you want to be on the
market
bottom
cap.
of that fucking list, all right?
Yeah.
You sure do. Wow.
That's yeah. No, was it so? I mean, if Twitter was honest, the share price would have been closer to, I don't know, closer to $30 or something a share than was it 54.20 Elon paid for it. Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm texting the fucking Vancouver shop about the remote control.
Then again, he probably also memed on him with 5420.
Oh, the Brian Stelter, whatever that goofy looking fuck from CNN. He just could not let that go. I watched Fox a little snippet of him. He just, oh yeah, it's fucking conspiracy with the marijuana and stuff. I'm like, you bald headed fucking moron.
That guy's my age.
Yeah.
He's like 35, that Brian Stelter dude.
He looks like he's 50.
Yeah, for
On
anybody.
screen. Yeah, pull that fucker up a little bit. Just he doesn't deserve to be on the screen because he's got enough. Oh, and then he was crying about the CNN dude or CNN Plus.
Yeah, like
You
this dude
fuck.
is my age. Like, I'm not saying I'm the best looking person ever, but like, how the fuck do you look this horrible at like 30, 35?
Mm-hmm. Mickey D's, bro. I don't know what the fuck you mean. Well, that's American Diet for you right there too.
Yeah, but how the fuck do you get the job? Because this guy, as far as I can tell, has like no qualifications.
That's probably why he got it. Because
Yeah, but
then his opinions are formed, not are given to him. They're not formed on his own.
he's not 50. I'm not 50. He's not 50. Brian Stelter. He's 36.
Look.
This fucker is 36. Like, out of... God, man. And you make millions a year and you still look like crap. Like, how do you manage that?
Right?
Like, if you're that vain to be on TV with all the makeup every day and whatnot, then surely you can get some liposuction or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. Like, look at Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson's got fucking, 2 kids, and he's in his 40s. Oh my god, is that him still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Bri. Damn.
I mean, he looked better when he was a bit skinnier. He didn't look so fucking creepy.
Where was that? Or when was that?
I don't know. 10 years ago?
This is probably when he got the job and then he just fucking slid off the goddamn rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What a guy. Well, must have been in his 20s when he still had his hair. He really let himself go. Jesus Lord.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's interesting that I'm not on the screen when the Twitch.
Yeah, because I don't have an NDI source going for it. The thing doesn't give it to you.
So you can make faces and shit.
I mean, I can set it up to be better, but it's Monday, so I haven't bothered.
It's Monday. This is gonna take like years. It's already a year of fucking and doing it.
I mean, happy 69, everybody. It's the 69th this time for the Monday.
One of us should have been upside down. It's just fucking. There you go. Even myself in here, right there.
Good God.
Oh fuck. So yeah, let me see this here. Fix this up. Yeah, the CNN Plus, like total bomb. Absolutely fucking. This is probably the best meme of Elon Musk with the joint in his mouth. Somebody made it a fucking NFT already, I think.
Yeah.
But Oh my god, how pissed off at him they were when he smoked that joint on his
Oh, he didn't
podcast.
even smoke it. He just took a
He
draw.
got high, dude. He got fucking high.
Yeah, contact maybe, because Rogan smokes like crazy.
He had a couple puffs off of it.
With like one or
But if you
two, but
don't
he
smoke,
wasn't
that's
he
enough to
wasn't sitting there
fucking.
for an hour like Snoop Dogg or something.
Well, no, but he couldn't handle that.
But
But
they threatened to take his security clearance away, and
just fucking ridiculous.
because somehow in the US the government still thinks that if you ever smoke weed, you're just going to spill state secrets, because you will never do that with alcohol. But if you smoke weed, then you're just going to start talking to the Russian, going like, "That atomic bomb
Immediately,
we have
yeah.
here in Maryland at X and Y address."
Fine. Yeah, and to the Chinese too. Don't forget that.
No, those are the good guys. Don't talk about the Chinese.
Yeah,
Only
I
the
guess.
Russians are evil.
It's so silly. Yeah, I wonder where this is gonna go. I stopped following the news completely now. I just can't be bothered nor deal with it anymore. It's just ridiculous. Plus, I was on the hunt for knives, so I was doing a whole bunch of reading around and watching videos on Victorinox.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. The news is just propaganda too, so it's not really. It's almost
it's nonsense.
It's not worth calling it the news.
No, it isn't. I don't consider it, because whose news is it really, right?
Whomever makes it, otherwise there wouldn't need to be a label in it. Which broadcast you're watching?
Like, how do you become a fact checker?
Imagine
Like,
thinking fact
where do
checkers
you
check
apply?
facts.
Yeah, where do you apply for that? What, you'd like go to Wikipedia or some shit to check against? Like, what do you check against? Like, especially like this shit that's going on right now. How do they check these facts?
Have you ever seen a war where both sides said they're winning, but one side just needs constant rearmoring?
Wasn't that Afghanistan more or less, and fucking every other war that the Americans had raged so far?
Yeah, but war-wise, they were actually winning those because they were blowing everybody to bits. It didn't matter if you were just a regular civilian or an
Oh
actual Taliban
fuck! But like, if
person.
you look at Afghanistan or Iraq and whatever shit, like they just Afghanistan specifically, I think U.S. didn't do anything other than stirred up the Russian rubble that they left, because they fucked around in the '89 or '80s, right? Late '80s. They fucked around hard. It's
Yeah,
funny when you like watch movies from like the '80s and '90s and 2000s, like how the narrative changed. Like, before, like, like Rambo was all about the fucking
helping the
Vietnamese and
Afghans.
shit. Yeah, 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 and then helping the
In,
Afghans and
in the second
fucking.
one, wasn't it that he helped the Afghans because the Taliban were the good guys?
Yeah, dude. But the last Rambo, he tore up some fucking it was Chinese, Vietnamese, whatever the fuck. One of them Asians. I don't
if
carry a fucking eye chart, so I can't tell. But
if I was Vietnam, I'd be worried again. Like, oh god, they're coming back.
that was some
We're gonna
fucking
do
graphic
this whole
shit, though.
thing again. Fuck.
That was some graphic shit, though, like how Rambo was handled. And then you had all the terrorists, right? Like, mid '90s, late '90s. You had the Rock movie, right? Like, bombing San Francisco with fucking VX poison gas, rockets and shit, right? Hostage
Done
situation,
by
and
the
then it's just
U.S.
like,
military, no less.
yeah, 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 and then like it's just all this, and then fucking boom, terrorist attack happened. Now it's all zombie movies, so I'm wondering, like
Following the
like
movies, we're gonna have zombies soon. Yeah.
following in the movies, what's gonna happen? They're gonna come up with another fucking third shot or fourth or sixth or seventh shot that'll turn you into some fucking retard.
Brain.
You're gonna and yeah, I don't know. Like that's the narrative I guess we're headed towards, that we're gonna have something like a pandemic, I guess. but like a real one, not this shit. This is whatever.
And then we're gonna call Brad Pitt to solve it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Coincidentally, he was in fucking Israel, right? In the movie where they like had the Patient Zero was in the Israel. Fuck. Behind those big ass walls and shit.
Yeah.
That's insanity. Like fucking movies, man. So yeah, we're headed towards the destruction.
Oh yeah, if somebody else won't do it, we'll do it to ourselves.
I'm okay with the zombie movies and all that shit going that way because at least you can shoot your way through shit and fucking hopefully, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do it here in Canada with, but
BB gun.
BB gun, fucking 15 pumps and in the eye. Go for the eyes. But yeah, this is hilarious. Elon Musk with the fucking. It's a great meme too. I saw that a long time ago. The whole truck. Oh man. Yeah. What was I saying? Forget. Just blabbering. But
Yeah, we're gonna have some zombie apocalypse soon, but
okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That I'm okay with that, and because you can kind of shoot your way through the shit. But once you start making zombies about fucking meteors hitting goddamn Earth, then I'm really gonna get concerned because that means that soon enough, with the next 15 to 20 years, we're gonna have some sort of shit. And Elon Musk is gonna be flying the other way in the rocket, looking at this big fucking rock hitting the Earth,
bye.
man.
See you on Twitter.
See y'all later. That's right. Hashtag Shiba Inu or Dogecoin, whatever.
To the moon.
To the moon. So that's a possibility. Because they kind of cut that shit down quick. That was only a few movies, like what Armageddon, right? Was one of them that Bruce Willis went to drill on a meteor.
Yeah,
And
that
then
movie makes no
that was
sense
about it.
because imagine. So you have a bunch of astronauts, right? But somehow
Yeah.
they're too dumb to learn how to drill. But these drillers can just learn how to fly a space shuttle. It's fine. Like,
Well,
it
yeah,
takes them
'cause-
weeks. Like, this is how easy it is to be an astronaut. Like, even an oil rig guy can do it.
Fuck.
Like, yeah, I'm triangulating my position on the stars. I'm here off Earth next to the moon somewhere. Oh, yeah, I'm an oil rigger.
I don't think that would be required as a skill, I guess. Because that thing, like, honestly, like, if you think about it, it's the biggest problem they would have is to land the fucking thing. Because
Yeah,
when it's strapped to these big ass rockets and stuff, like, if that's going up, like, you don't really have much steering to be doing there. You're just sitting there filling your pants up, and you go, right? Then you somehow land on this fucking meteor, which I don't understand. Why would you not just have the thrusters turned on and try to offset the path a bit instead of fucking drilling into it to put a nuke in it? Like, do it Team America way, right? Like, you gotta do a Team. Well, I guess that wouldn't be a movie if I was doing it. Fuck.
it would be too logical.
20 minutes and just middle fingers and fucking credits roll. What the fuck did I just pay for? Oh god. And then they would just crash on the way back.
If anybody
Be a
hasn't seen
sad
this
ending.
movie, I highly recommend it. It's
Oh
so
my god.
it's so stupid. It's fun.
It is hilarious, but it just shows exactly, more or less, like in a very ironic way, how American military comes liberate and help the country. They just leave shit in ruins. Oh god. The most expensive scene, because I actually, this is from back in the day when DVDs were cool. And I know I rented this movie on a DVD, and then they used to come with bonus features. And they were like how they made some of the scenes and whatever, and they showed a whole bunch of shit. The most expensive scene, which nobody's ever even noticed really, was the sex scene. You remember that?
I don't. I do. This
Oh,
I
man,
do
that's
remember.
when-
They're in Paris, and the streets are croissants. Like, they
Almost
went so
something.
far as to make all the street It's all croissants.
That's so fucking funny. I never noticed that actually.
Yeah, wherever they're in France, like the entire street is croissants.
Holy
So
fuck.
dumb.
Oh yeah, didn't they topple over the Eiffel Tower as well? They fucked it up. It blew up
Yeah, I
everything.
think so.
It's like when they were leaving it was burning and shit. Mohammed Jihad. Durka Durka Mohammed Jihad. Oh my god. I think these guys forever fucked up Matt Damon.
Pretty
Because that was
much,
from that
yeah.
movie too. Yeah. He was in the movie as well. What a shit show.
It's amazing how many. Uh, I don't think you ever watched South Park, right?
Here and there. I used to be a Family Guy more than a South Park guy.
Because in the early episodes, there was an episode where somehow George Clooney thought it was funny to be in it, or wanted to be in it. So he was in it, but he was Kyle's dog. So his lines were ruff,
Oh,
ruff, ruff.
that's fucking hilarious. They just douched him so bad. He's like, yeah, he can be a dog. Give me a voiceover for barking. Fuck. That's funny. But let's see here. Did she reply yet? Yes, she did. Sweet. I've been sending bills today. So it's nice to start the week with like money come in with Interact.
Sweet. That's always nice. Is it actually coming in as well, or are you just sending the bills out?
Pardon me?
Is it actually coming in, or are you just sending paper bits out?
No, I already sent them out. The money's coming in now.
Sweet.
And then I got this freaking what's his name? I have a BLF 28 installation with Axim LG Visa dongle for NanoCell for you. I will keep you posted.
Nice.
I wonder how good that works. I hate the fucking pink menus, man.
Yeah, but they're different on the C1 panels. They're not
I
pink anymore.
I remember Henrik saying something about that. I think they went to blue or black or some.
Yeah, the C1 I think is blue, and then the C2 is white.
See, they should have white.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna be fucking all these the lip tarts coming in there. It's overly racist now. Because you can't go you can't go with the pink one because then you're promoting women or feminism, I guess. If you go blue, that's the guys, right? Color, especially for gender reveal, right? Thinking I'm trying to think the way that these lip tarts think. How can I get offended by the menu colors? And yeah, you go white one, it's no good, man.
Yeah, I've got a headline for you.
It's Tiki Torch white. What's the headline? You sharing the screen or am I waiting for some? Oh, there we go.
Look at your Twitch, it's there.
Oh my god. Wow. Is that for real?
Apparently.
Wow. Okay. I'd like to see what she does. Does she suck it out?
Who knows?
I don't know how you pass a baby through your dick, but I know a buddy that had some kidney stones going through it, and he damn near fucking hung himself. I don't know how I could stomach my freaking dilating 20 centimeters and shit.
Yeah, that's
It would look like a fucking neck of the what's the like those old Acme cartoons when they swallow something like just goes down in the same shape. Oh, cross and across. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
It's gonna look like one of these things. Like these newfangled garden houses that expand.
Fuck you, man. You know how good those are, actually?
Yeah, I know, but
That's after.
yes.
You're gonna become circumcised again. It's gonna be
Ugh.
like you're gonna have. It's gonna look like Eric's couch.
Sorry, Eric.
That thing is so funny, man. Oh my god. He probably has like 10 grand worth of Swedish coins in it by now. From people coming around.
Well, 10,000 Swedish coins isn't all that much.
Enough
What's
to
one
buy
of
it.
those? 1 sec euro.
It's like point zero
One
zero zero.
Swedish kroner is like not even 10 cents.
That's still, 10 cents. Put 10 of those together, you got $1.
I mean, is the Danish kroner any better? Yes, the Danish kroner is 13 cents for one.
Word.
Go Denmark!
So the BNO value. Holding it up.
First question asked: why is the SEK Swedish kroner so weak? Apparently, because the Swedish borrowers are flush with cash because they have such low interest rates, so they're borrowing so much money that they have that crazy inflation. That's literally what Google says.
Is that right?
Seemingly, that's what Google says. Google can't be wrong, can it?
Internet's never wrong. And government doesn't lie either. So there you have it, buddy. Yeah. I have access to Dropbox on this computer. Those ringtones are cool. For some reason, I cannot import them into my phone now. So, not import them. I can't copy them out of the Dropbox folder to put them in the ringtones folder. Isn't that weird?
Do you have to save them in a certain way?
Well, they're MP3s, aren't they?
I
Something like
think
that.
so.
Yeah, they should work no problem. Never knew the alarm is 11 seconds long.
Apparently, if anybody wants any old-fashioned B&O ringtones, come join the Discord. They're there for your downloading.
Yeah, and they're worth it, man. It's all the Serene and Serenata stuff, not the Serene. I wish they had the Serene.
I think I put it here in movies. Yeah, they're all here in movies too, so you can download them all if you want. And there's a bunch more, and here's a BeoCom 2.
Where the fuck is this?
Under music. And,
But I don't. Oh, there we go. I see them now.
oh, it gets progressively louder.
Yeah, it does. That's what the BeoTalk sounds like.
Can make this into some disco hit or something.
I like it for a ringtone though, man, because that's something that you can have it, start slow, and then it just progressively gets louder, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't need. Sometimes you're sitting beside the phone and you don't need the first ring to just go fucking insane on you, right? And that's what I also liked about the Serene. When it was opened, the first ring would be quiet. very soft, so you get the chance to look at it, and then it would hammer on you.
Would you ever buy one of these? What is it, Sony CD players?
BeoSound 7500. Is it Sony or Philips?
I don't even remember, but it was a clear B&O ripoff. But it has 4 lasers, I guess.
That's right.
They couldn't make the mechanism work.
Not for that money, that's for sure. They didn't even bother covering the buttons up. Displays atrocity.
Yeah, they actually made them bigger. It's fucking ugly.
Does it have a glass on top of it?
I think so.
Is there more pictures than one or no?
No, it's just somebody found it on eBay, and I think, or Facebook Marketplace, and it was listed under B&O, I think.
Oh my god, somebody's getting fucked over if they fall for it.
I don't use Facebook. I don't use Facebook Marketplace. I don't trust any of it.
Jesus Christ, my mom just gotten into this shit yesterday. Fucking hell. I'm going to the basement, taking fucking pictures, and I'm like putting stuff out on the front fucking door now. And people just come in and grab it and put the money under a mat. It's weird.
Wait, they actually do that? They don't just grab the thing and don't leave any money?
No, they're fucking honest.
Oh, that's good. I'm not sure that would
I'd
work in this country.
Why don't you have them e-transfer you that shit, like, you know?
Yeah, but then they know all my details. And I don't want to do
What details? First and last name and your email address?
You can do a lot of shit with that. That's enough. That's enough to ask for a credit card in your name in a different address.
Really? I guess because the confirmation comes to your email, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have the. Well, how do you fucking get it to the email then? Smart ass.
Yeah, but you
need a password still.
Yeah, but you can set up a different email. You can just add a 1 or a period or a dot.
No.
I mean, if I have your bank account number, your first and last name, and your email address, I'm pretty sure I can.
But you don't get my bank account number.
But if I wire money to you, then surely
it doesn't show you shit.
Wait, not even on your own bank account?
On your own bank account, it shows that you've gotten money, but it doesn't show anything.
So if your version of the IRS comes over and says, "Where did you get the money from?" You go, "I don't know. It just..."
No, it says on my e-transfer email, right? Greg last name has sent you this much money, has been automatically deposited to your TD Canada Trust. And then reference
number.
It's an
ironic name.
And that's it. Canada Trust. And they're the first ones to go after all the truckers and shit that locked up the most accounts.
Trust you guys anymore.
No, that's why I'm trying to see if I can pull the money out and move them somewhere else. But anyways, yeah, so it doesn't tell you absolutely fuck all about where, who, other than the first and last name, so you can't tell anything from the guy. So yeah.
Do you, you probably don't, but would you happen to know if there is a preamp available for the 4002 or 4004 Beogram?
What do you mean?
Like a preamp, like
what brand?
Yeah, or one from B&O original from back in the day.
Oh, you won't get those anymore anywhere, I don't think. But no, I don't know, like, preamps to me are a complete alien subject because I don't dabble in the vinyl world, and therefore I don't really gather any knowledge about it. So can't tell you, mate.
Well, I mean, I know Leo built one into his project.
Yeah.
But I asked him, but he's away from home because he had a house fire. So he couldn't tell me.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think it's disastrous, but it's enough that it's annoying.
No shit, any fire is annoying. Fuck. 1,500 euros for a 3,000?
Yeah, but with some people are crazy. Like they want for a beogram the is it
Like, I understand that you paid a lot of money for it, bro, but that was fucking 15, 20 years ago almost.
yeah, but
Especially for this. That's 30, 40 years ago.
in here now, a beogram 4002 all of a sudden is €815 asking.
2,500 euros for the fucking. Are you serious? With what? What does it have?
The
815 for the 4,002. Okay. Yeah, that, you know what, I can kind of, that's valid. That's a freaking awesome condition.
2 years ago that was like €600.
No, it's got a little bit of chippage, but that's wood.
Oh, the 2 years ago, a beogram 4002 was like €300 maybe.
Wow.
Should have bought them back then.
Maybe I should follow my mother's footsteps and fucking throw some of this shit on Marketplace.
I mean,
Sell it
especially here, for
9,500
some reason,
for.
these beograms have gotten insanely expensive. I mean, it all started popping off after the 4000C launched.
Of course, like that was a big boost on whoever has this, as far as like the value for these went up hard. Hurdy.
I mean, so this dude wants €750 for it, and still the side looks has a rough edge.
Oh, that good. I don't think dropped, but definitely ran into something when he was moving it,
Yeah.
or something fell nearby from.
But you can't even start bidding for anything less than €750, which is crazy.
Fucking hell.
I mean, even a simple 9500, it's over 750, and
I just got an email from BNO. For a limited time only, enjoy 30% off of BeoSound 1. Choose between any colorway online in select Olufsen stores, valid until May 11th, while supplies last.
that must mean they're EOL.
Yeah.
RIP BeoSound 1.
Peace out. I still have you.
Yeah, I'm still happy with my BeoSound 2. I really don't use it enough, but
Fuck, I should forward this email to yeah, let's go, Salima. There we go.
what I'm really annoyed by is that so many people here have fucked around with those DIN connectors and put the RCA connectors on.
What do you mean?
Like they took old beograms and instead of getting the DIN to RCA connector converter, they literally desoldered the DIN plug or just cut it and put RCA ends on.
Or they just made cables. What are these for? Inputs?
Yeah, left and right RCA cables.
But from what? So we're still looking at the turntable. Okay, I see.
And that's annoying because they mess around with the data connection. They just cut it off.
Yeah, but do you blame somebody that doesn't know?
No, but you
I
could
had
have just
people that
bought.
were heroes. I had people that were heroes when they fucking picked up the 9,000 from me that was still in the shop. And I said, I have a trip to Edmonton. They're in Sylvan Lake. I have a trip to Edmonton. I can go that far off and fucking it'll cost you whatever it'll cost you, but I'll go and hang it on the wall. No, 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 we can do it. We can do it. Fucking 3 hours later, she emails or texts me back with the pile of this black pile on the tile floor. And like I didn't, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I zoom in closer. I'm like, oh no, it's glass from the 9000. So they fucking dropped it, and like the glass is tempered glass, so it just exploded into everything inside the 9000. So then, let alone the fact that she had their mechanism replaced and relubricated and redone, it had to go fucking back for a Uber clean out from all the glass shit and get relubed again and reinstall the new glass. Kind of feels bad, but some people just what it is. What is this pending?
Yeah, but this is the stupid bit, right? For like minimal money, you can go to Steve and just buy a DIN to RCA converter. So you don't need to desolder or cut anything off.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have just done that and left everything intact and in original shape.
Well, I guess what you could have done, like what I would have done, I would have ordered a female DIN to male RCA,
Yeah, but
just
he
like
sells
a
those, but
bundle.
currently his shop is closed, so I just pulled up from Google Images something.
Yeah,
So
no, but that's what I would do because then you can preserve the DIN connection on the turntable
yeah,
and go to the fucking RCA nonsense.
I mean, but so many people here apparently loved biograms, but then we're like, well, this DIN plug is too hard. I want. They call it tulip cables here, RCA cables.
Oh,
I want
why?
that. So because they look like tulips if you hold them up like that, like white, red, with the
Y'all on different drugs in Europe. Tell you what,
correct.
we got
Very
a lot more
correct.
drugs in North America, for fuck's sake. But I don't
Well,
ever seen a
illegal
tulip in it.
ones, yes. Legal ones, much less.
What, we have much less illegal or illegal drugs?
No, you have much more legal drugs.
Fucking right, bro.
They come from doctors. Oh,
Like,
yeah. You have too much cholesterol. Here, have a pill. Not like change your diet or anything. Just take this pill.
no. It's the cure's not in medication.
It.
I tell you, I went shopping around for a doctor like 2 years ago, and they were surprised and shocked that I'm not fucking using any pills.
Why? Are you that unhealthy?
Apparently, like he hasn't seen anybody that doesn't take pills at my age,
What?
and he was ready to fucking. I don't even know what he was gonna prescribe to me.
Wait,
Like he's
what
like, oh, yeah,
for?
well, so you have, I don't know. So you can have that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday fucking thing on the counter with all the pills in it, and you can rattle, and
Yeah,
take
but
your
surely you
fucking day
must have
off.
a reason to get like is your blood pressure too high or something or what?
I probably find like some fucking heart irregularity or some shit because when I run, I kind of have to stop a little because I get winded, right? So all of a sudden, I
Has
have to have a
nothing
pill
to
for
do
that
with that.
now.
You probably don't run enough to do
It's
that.
not. It's not the fact that I'm smoking a cigar a day and fucking out of fucking shape completely. No, man. Here's the. We're gonna give you a pill for that, and side effects will be pyorrhea when you sleep and shit. So
People in chat, have you ever heard that? Like, I mean, I take it most
yeah,
of the people here are from Europe, but I don't think I've ever heard of anybody that was between 35 and 40 that had to be on pills. Like, unless they had like a chronic condition of some sort, but not like normal people. This is absurd. Like, why? What for?
I don't know. A lot of people are fucking on antidepressants and shit. I say more or less quit being a bitch. All the women are on pills. Well, they kind of, those are the good pills, by the way. So So these are the you don't have to pull out pills. But it's not like they got vitamin C in them and shit. So it's still bad. I think that like especially for like some people that I know that have been on them for years and years and years, and then you decide to like have a child later and conceive, and then you wonder why it's got three fucking eyeballs and fourth hands, right? Like, because I'm like, dude, you just like
For room
freaking like,
compensation.
like you just fucking been on pills for 20 years, then you expect to have a healthy child. And them ovaries, they've been recessed, suppressed by genetically whatever modified shit. Of course, you're gonna have some fucking squid baby or whatever else have you. I don't know.
People in
So
chat, please let me know if you live around Europe and if that is common that people 40 and below are all on pills, because here anyway,
yeah,
this country, that's absurd.
no, dude, like fuck,
Like my dad
a
didn't
lot of
need any pills until he was what 63, and that's because he got
mm,
diabetes, and that was it. I mean, high
no,
cholesterol
I
was
hear you,
told
man.
like, how about you go for a walk for 30 minutes after dinner? That'll fix your cholesterol. That was the doctor's advice.
Yeah, well, the cure is not in, or I mean, the money's not in the cure. The money's in medication, and doctors here are commission based. That's why I still stick around with the doctor that I have. She's an old Indian lady, and she
She's like,
kind of wanted me to hook up with her daughter, so she really gives a fuck. So,
well, at least you'll have good food.
so they do cook good, but yeah, like, because like even this is February of 2020, like this is when Chinese people were coming in with COVID, but nobody knew it was COVID yet. It was just the fucking flu,
Mm.
right? That everybody gets. And like when I got like the fucking Wuhan blend, dude, because like those people that bought that fucking Q5, they were from the Guangzhou province. Like they were somewhere like within, probably had a fucking Airbnb right above that fucking lab, or off that wet market and shit. And
Yeah, they weren't the bat
they were
eaters.
the entire family were just like fucking like can't even breathe through the nose, like just sick, right? And I'm sitting in this fucking car because back then you could sit with the people, right? And you walk them through the middle console and all the shit you explain. And I'm sitting like, you motherfuckers are gonna get me so sick, bro. That ain't gonna be funny for a while. And lo and behold, man, not even fucking 2 hours, I felt like little prickling like in my sinuses, and like to me, I know already that I'm done. Like this is, I have fucking 2 more days. I have few hours to just get some medication, I guess, like echinacea or something, like not fucking, or garlic, and just hopefully they'll push it off. If not, I'm done. And lo and behold, it's fucking done. And I came over to the doctor on the second day because I couldn't get the fevers down. I just fucking just debilitated completely. And I asked, like, do you think I have fucking COVID? He's like, oh, don't even worry about that shit. She prescribed me something, dude. Within 8 hours, I was having a beer, literally, by the end of the day from her visit. So whatever pills she gave me were good, but she doesn't like. She never suggested that. Oh yeah, you should be on this or that or get your blood work done, right? I don't.
It would
What
just come
pills
back
do
as
I need to be
alcohol
on?
positive anyway.
Who gives a fuck, dude? I drink enough to kill all this cancer and shit in me, so I'm all right. I'm not worried about it. And
Yeah,
quite
medically,
honestly,
you're
like
probably an alcoholic, though.
fucking right I am, dude. Like I went for it wasn't the counseling, but it was like a session. The seminar thing, and the dude was talking about like medically, if you have more than
Seven
two
drinks a week.
drinks a week, two
Seven.
drinks a week. No, here in North America or Canada, I guess it's like if you have two drinks a week or more, you are considered a mild alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
But they don't judge you when you suck on a fucking 2 liter Diet Coke fucking 3 times a day. And that's probably way worse for you than having a few drinks, because that at least, lessens your chance to give a fuck about some.
I don't really do
Stress
either, so
over.
I'm free of that.
Yeah, but that's like what it is, right? I don't give a shit. I'd rather I
I,
live my life the way I want to live my life. I don't give a fuck what people think. Like, oh, well, I don't like see it. Yes, I do drink, but I don't fucking get like belligerent, right? Like, it's not that every night I'm waking up
it's
or,
your antifreeze.
with a fucking bucket of puke by the pillows and shit. Like, that's not the style, man. Like, have a few drinks, watch some whatever on YouTube, and go to bed. Who the fuck is this? Yeah, I can't talk right now, bro. Homie be tripping. I should put this on Do Not Disturb.
Anybody in the market
So,
for a black and what is it, bronze Eclipse?
bronze? No.
Is it brass or whatever it is? Still a nice TV though. I still like an Eclipse.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a Mark 1? Yeah, this is a Mark 1.
What is that? Is it a dent on it?
Uh,
Seems like a dent.
I don't know, could be. If anything, it looks bulged out. Hmm. Anyway, that's partially why it's secondhand and not very expensive.
It's bronze, dude. Or brass stone. Jesus Christ, get it off the screen. I just noticed.
It's for Eric.
5,900 euros, eh? 6 grand, rather. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, Eclipses are becoming cheap now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of enjoyable.
Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed how the Mark II goes together. Like, it's nowhere near, like, they sucked the magic out of it, like, on the first one. The Gen 1 was sick. Gen 1
If
was
you're an
awesome.
installer, I would probably, or if I was one, I would probably tell people that bought it, like, hey, how about you go away for an hour or whatever? I'll set it up and you don't
But
have to see any of this, and you'll just come back once it's all installed and working.
people enjoy watching it,
Yeah, I get it.
wouldn't you?
Oh, I
Would you
would.
walk away? What, leave?
No. I would stay and watch it.
Like, fuck that, bro. I'm watching you put this shit together, man. Try to hide a dent somewhere and shit. Nope.
I kind of still want to buy this TV.
Oh,
1155.
dude, yeah. Yes.
I've literally no need for it, but
But you have a need for the grill and how it looks.
yeah.
That TV is fucking spectacular.
It's so cheap now.
It's my favorite TV of all time from
Over the Avant?
DV11. This one with the wood grill, yes.
Because for me, it's kind of a toss-up between the Avant on the table stand.
Avant and a table stand is cool.
Because that's some proper sexy too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice.
Just that motion that is, it doesn't add anything. Like, it's totally
What I
pointless, but
don't
it's
like
so
about the
awesome.
stand is that they never took the click out of it in production. So there's the initial, and it starts coming up, and you can hear that it's not a it's a mechanical click of a metal of some sorts. Like you can hear it engage, and I think it's so very un-BNO like that they did that
Maybe so
and
like a
left it there.
locking nut or something, so that
I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something that like none of the other stands make that noise I've ever come across. And there was also a problem with the software where it didn't raise it fast enough as the speakers were falling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the first one that they found out on. It was in Struer in the Factory 5 or not Factory 5 in their main building in the store, the mock-up store they had. And it just had fucking carve marks right up the plate. Like it was not pretty.
What I
That must have
find
made some ugly noise.
extra crazy about uh, the BV11 and 14 on a floor stand like this, it's that it's so perfectly balanced you can tilt the TV by hand and not have it tip over.
Hmm.
You know, when
Yeah, but that's been
you
around.
just like Eric wants that screen laid back a little bit, right? And just
Hmm.
like it's a TV that's what 60-ish kilos, and you can just go like, and that tilts it over, and you're not actually putting any force into it, and it just stays like that.
Because it's cleverly designed. Like it's a basically zero gravity hinge, right?
Yeah,
It's couple resistance, and I don't think I have the material about it anymore. But there was an explanation on how they actually design it, so it's so mechanically light to like, especially to motorize that feature, like on a BeoVision 7, right? 755, like that
mm-hmm.
thing fucking tilts, and it's on a floor stand, and that's a lot of weight, man. That TV is no joke to pick up. No joke to pick up whatsoever.
If you need an Avant again, do I need to bring you one from here or something?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
why would I need an Avant?
Well, you sold yours, right? And if you move down to the States, you need some sort of TV. Probably. What, you're going to use that to drive your 90s again? Okay.
Just to piss you off. No, because I want to get the not Eclipse. I want to get the Harmony.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine with me. It's just asking.
And if the timing is whatever B&O comes up with by the end of the year, if there's gonna be something new, then I might wait for that and see. Also, really, what dictates the most is the fact of where do I end up living, because
Because
that'll dictate the most.
here, I found on a floor stand, 2.5 grand euro, 55-inch.
Sweet, I made money on mine then. Fuck, 'cause I sold mine for 5, but I gave him the table stand as well. So
And here, another one, 2,700. It's funny that a BV11 55 is actually more expensive than the Avant 55s.
because the Avant has that problem, the boards will cook if
Yeah.
you don't fan them right, if you don't ventilate them. So that's a big that's a big no-no in my eyes. Like comparatively to when you look at BV11s and no, I'm not even gonna go to the 14. BV11s, like
They were
they
probably
were
based
awesome,
on 8 years of.
solid, man,
Well, they
solid
also had
TVs.
the whole BV10 range to fall back on for experience and whatnot. As in, that was
Yes,
also the same pixels and just an updated screen. Nothing too radically new, just intermittent improvements.
there is a. I wonder if I can. I guess I can share the screen. This. Okay, go live. Boom. So this is a thermal image of a BB14. in see me waving in there
Mm-hmm.
right here. But this is where the Atlona not the HDMI matrix receiver was,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where all the main boards are, right? Because there's the speakers are behind it, and
Yeah.
you can see the heat dissipation going up the back of the panel, like centered in here. But it's only 30 degrees on the surface.
Did you ever made
So,
one of these pictures for an Avant?
no, because I sold the fucking thing after that. I wonder if I have. Can I go next? See all photos. No. What is this? Oh, that's the. There's a. There's the 90s. Let's go back again to this. There's the 90s from behind. You can see where the heat dissipation sink is. And they were going for a while, and it's only 34 degrees. It's warm to touch. But, what's this? Oh, this is interesting. I'll show this one too. Share screen. Boom. This is a V1 in my kitchen. You can see the heat from it rising as it's working. You can see how warm and how cold on the bottom it is.
It's drying out your drywall.
Yeah, so there's that. I don't know what this is. Yeah, there's a couple neat things in there that I took pictures of. Oh yeah, this is a moment with in
I think you have to
Wysa
share. Oh,
mode.
there it goes.
In Wysa mode, so you can see that's where the main heat point is.
Yeah, probably the Wysa
Battery is right
antennas.
here. There's the battery underneath here. This is the circuit boards, and then that's the mood wheel, I guess, as they call it. But this one has the Wysa turned off because the Wysa chip is right here, and that thing fucking gets warm, dude. So I shut it down, and I wired it. Here's a set of 17s. Bum bum. Or 117. This is where. So the amplifiers are around this region here, as you can tell. Those were playing for a while.
You had a FLIR camera, so you had to play around. Pictures of everything.
Fuck. There's a
Did you take a picture of
of
yourself to see if you were a lizard or not?
yeah. There's this is the back of the BV14. You can see where the HDMI receiver is.
It's kind of funny that
Sitting
that's
there
the
right
warmest thing in the whole thing.
Oh, dude, those things fucking cook themselves to death, man. I had to replace a whole bunch of them. There's look at this. There's an ice cream.
Literally, you had a FLIR camera, so you had to play with
it. Fuck. There's my car after coming back from Vancouver. Look how warm it is. This is middle of winter too, so the fucking wheels are frozen cold. But heat of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool too. You can see like in the ceiling in the garage, you can see where the hot pipes are.
But
You know what I
sewage
mean? Like
pipes.
no, this is hot water, like
Yeah,
hot water,
I was just
and
making a
there's
joke.
gas and shit. There's probably like Probably those would be the Duke pipes because they're a little less warm. Because they would be still warm in there.
Nobody had Chipotle the night before.
Like fire in the hole, baby. Yeah, so it's just weird shit that I took pictures of. Wonder if yeah, it's just weird shit. Weird pictures. All right. So yeah, you can. I'm done. I'm done sharing. So you can close that.
Do you need some bronze 18s with walnut, or does anybody?
I don't see nothing. Oh, and these are not the 90s. Okay, so no.
Whomever house this is a nice house.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, the rose gold are all right. I'm too silvered out now, man. You can't. It's hard to go back to that kind of shit, or hard to start with this kind of shit, not go back to.
Yeah,
But they're
no,
nice.
I have to the same. I mean,
How
I
can you go
I
from
really
something?
wouldn't mind having stuff in walnut, but I'm not going to replace all the bloody covers for walnut because that's going to cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I mean, if I get the walnut covers for everything I have, it's going to cost me like $7,500 or something, just in covers.
Might as well keep the boxes for when you move to States.
Yeah, I still have to get some boxes for 50s and 18s. That's going to be a joy.
Just order them in, dude.
Yeah, but they're
These are
not.
probably going to be like $200, $250 for a box.
Yeah, and then times two, and then I
What do you mean
doubt.
times two?
Well, you need 2 boxes for 50s, right?
No, it's a pair that comes in, wouldn't it?
You would hope so.
That would be interesting to see because I don't like. I wonder how because they each and pair and set are fucking set and pair are two different things to be,
Yeah, I have to.
because it can be considered as a set, as one box as a set, but when they say a pair, then it's two boxes, two sets of boxes, two boxing.
Yeah, I'll have to ask my dealer, and also
So
I'll have to ask him kindly, like, hey, if you get some on order, that like somebody has you install a pair of 50s or whatever, don't toss the box, please. I want them.
oh yeah, he'll hook you up if he gets to sell them and the guy doesn't want to keep them. Because
I
for
mean,
me,
at the time, I was very grateful that I didn't have to keep him, and at the time, I was thinking, well, I'll just keep living here and it's fine. Also,
those times have passed.
yeah. Also, back then, our storage was
Much bigger.
no smaller. It like in floor space, square meters was okay, but the roof was like on from the corner was on like more than a 45-degree angle.
Oh, okay, so you can't really get
So
the whole.
you opened the door, you walked in, and you had about, if the door was shut, you had like about to here or so where the roof was with your head, and then
And
it
then it
was
just goes down.
sloped down. It's like,
Yeah, that sucks. Because that robs a lot of
I mean, I could
storage
have
room,
kept the boxes, but
space.
then I would have had to toss just about everything else I had.
Yeah, I guess the important part of those boxes is just the innards. The shells you can make always.
And the little
But
pellet
yeah,
that
it's
comes
nice.
on.
But most of my clients that bought speakers over like lap 20s and up, they all kept their boxes.
Yeah, but
I'm
you guys
fucking
have
glad that I kept
storage.
my boxes. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I'm glad that I kept
everybody
my
there
90
has a
boxes.
garage, right? Like it's
More or less.
even if you have a 2,000 square foot home, it's unusual that you'll have a garage built in.
Well, if you have a garage built in the house, it's a double garage, but then it's 2,000 square foot home is not including the garage square footage.
I know,
That's just
but
the way it is.
here, like the square meterage of whatever house you look at is including everything, usually including storage and
Oh,
everything.
you guys fucking generalize too much. That's why.
I mean, I used to live in a village where basically every house was freestanding, which was unusual for this country. And almost nobody had a garage that they actually could put a car in, because it was either like, and we're talking one car, right? Like,
Oh, I remember the garages back home, man. Like, everybody gets out of the car and then dad backs it in and slithers out the fucking side, right? Because there's no room. Yeah.
oh,
It's funny though, some reactions people had when they bought the Q8 and they come from like a Range Rover or something and they park the Q8 in the garage. It's like, holy fuck, the thing is wider by a lot.
yeah. My dealer here also has a bunch of secondhand options. He has a set of 18s for anybody interested. Avant 55 for under 2.5 grand on the floor stand. Also has some 17s.
Funny, Avant is cheaper than the speakers by a lot. It's like half off.
Well, 18s are a lot more expensive, and there are a lot more.
Demand for them.
Yeah, and they don't break really.
No, but I have had two of them that the WISA chip died inside. I had to send them for repair. The rose gold and the silver pair.
I mean,
Same
shit.
guy.
I would
Same guy
never
and
use any of
same
it on.
fucking channel.
I would never use any of it on Weiss if I wouldn't have to.
I had no choice. Like there was no choice.
I kind of feel like getting another set of 17s now. It's getting out
You
of
do?
hand. I feel like it. I don't need it at all.
Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, it's like I went full retard on the knives and shit.
If
Like a few
anybody
more
needs an
complicated.
MLNL converter, he also has one of those.
Does he?
Yeah.
I might. How much is the BeoSystem 3?
395
Like
euro.
two of them. Damn, that's cheap.
Yeah, well,
And
they're
an
old.
ML converter is cheap.
This is about the going rate here, 275 euro.
Oh fuck,
Somewhere
it's got
between
SCART
200 and
inputs.
300 is the going rate for one.
It's got SCART inputs, but it's got HDMI's as well, so that's good. Yeah, I need to get somebody to reserved. I wonder how much was the freaking BeoSound moment for. Funny that he's taking pictures of on that leather couch that they have in the shop, right?
700 euro
For what?
moment.
That's not bad. It's almost like Sandeep money.
Yeah, but I bet you my dealer gives you like a year of warrant or 6 months warranty with it.
Sandeep, block his number. Oh shit. 6 months.
I always wonder if this was my LTV, but I don't think it is.
Mark 1 Eclipse.
Yeah, I think you sold mine with the
Fuck,
new.
it's got a Beo time.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
BV9, B-Sound 5.
How much is the BeoTime actually? Oh my god, he's got a BB9 too. Just seeing it's laggy a little. Sound fives,
Doesn't
yeah.
say for the BeoTime, but I doubt this is correct. 125. It's probably more like 200 to 250 or something.
125 euros for the BeoTime.
No,
Is it
well, it
used
says
or brand new?
reserved. It's secondhand. Yeah. Like the stuff he has on either trade in or whatever he puts up on this site. This is like your version of, what is it, Kijiji or whatever.
Mm. How much for the BB9? I'm fucking interested in that.
Probably. It says reserved. The highest bid until the reservation was 300, so 400 euro or something like that.
Oh wow,
Probably. Yeah, they're not very expensive
that's a
anymore.
good deal. It's actually almost as much money as that alone BeoSystem 3. And you have a BeoSystem 3 here.
Yeah.
He's got fucking lab ones in the back, standing there.
Let me see. BioVision 9. There's another one for sale, 950, including BioSystem 3. Asking is 900 euro, but I doubt they'll get that for it.
Hmm. Yeah, 300 euros for a BB9. Fuck, it's cheap.
Weren't they like 20 grand when they were new?
21. I paid for mine. 21,500 with the BioMedia server built in.
I mean, they were ridiculously
Plus tax on top.
expensive.
Oh yeah, dude. She was fucking pissed when I brought them. She was fucking livid. Because she knew it was expensive because she'd been to B&O shop. But I never really let her look at the price tags, and I'm like, no, no, don't worry about it.
What's
It's
up,
just,
kitty?
then she was double pissed because I'm like, well, fucking, you sat in front of the TV and the sucks. I'm gonna get some speakers here. So then I went and I bought 8,000s. And then she shut up. Then she actually like, well, what about like maybe then surround, I guess, since you already fucking went full retard and I can't stop you, right? You can't beat them, then join them type of thing. So, but yeah, and then we split up, and then I took it. I said, no, you're not fucking keeping that bitch. No, sorry, Bob. It's either this TV coming with me or you're flying off the balcony with it.
Yeah.
Fucking land on something, goddamn it. So, because I ain't doing that.
If somebody's in the country and wants a deal, this is a decent deal. For sale, due to
Oh
upgrade,
shit!
BioLab 3 4 times and one BioLab 4 for 1,300 euro.
I don't know what the 4 was for. The freaking center.
Probably.
Hmm.
Probably use
That is
an
a smoking deal.
AVR.
That is a smoking deal, dude. I gotta admit.
I mean, all 4 on floor stands too.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I wonder
This
how
isn't
much the
far
floor
off what
stands
I
would be
paid
for
for
them.
2 at the time.
Now you can get full.
Yeah, I mean, I think I paid, was it 1,050 or 1,100 or something for 2 on floor stands? Because these floor stands are next to impossible to find.
Yes. Well, because a lot of people are also using them for lap fours, right, with the STB bracket attachment.
Yeah.
Wonder if they still make that. I don't think so anymore.
Oh, I found a monstrosity for you to look at.
What is that BLM front something?
BeoLab 8000 with oak or wooden fronts and acoustic lens.
That's what I was asking about. That's terrible looking.
So they took an 8000, they put an acoustic lens with a tweeter on it, and sort of hodgepodge to make it an 18.
At least it tells you or shows you how. I think it's more or less a compliment to Thorsten Valur's design of that speaker. That they
Yeah.
fucking people just try so hard to redo it without buying it. That looks just terrible for how narrow the pipe is.
It doesn't even
Too
look
much.
like it's an OEM acoustic lens.
No, it's too much wood.
No, but like, look at the acoustic lens. It almost looks like rough.
You probably
Like,
got it from one of the freaking like pick your parts in a old decrepit Audi
but
A8
yeah,
from
something
the
like that. But if
2005
you look
because
at
it
it,
looks like lap threes.
if anybody has 18s at home, look at where the tweeter is, because normally the dome sits halfway up that sort of pyramid. Well, maybe halfway is a bit much, but it's like the first third is like the dome. Like here, the dome seems
You
like it's
can
below
see
the
it's
hole.
flush. Yeah, it's resistant. I don't know. I honestly would be curious to what they sound like. And did they use the same tweeter with the Lab 8000s come with, or like did they take it and move it? That would be my question.
This is. Ugh. This looks like a different type of tweeter too. Yeah, that's not good. That looks like one of those inverted dome tweeters, which is fine for what it is, but it's not like on an 18.
Yeah, that is that's an ugly mess in my eyes. That's what I would say to that.
You were probably better off just trying to fit the actual 18 covers on that. I mean, you can if you're not afraid to saw a few bits off. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
recommend it. I would just recommend buying 18s at that point. But
So it'll cost you less than rebuying your fucked up 8000s.
no, sorry, I meant the covers of the 18s. If you're not afraid to, if whatever holds the wood together, you need to cut out a bunch of that shit. And recess a bunch of things. Like the chassis of the 8000, you can pretty much leave it be.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I personally wouldn't get into that hacky jobby deal of any kind. You know, like I've upgraded stuff on the TVs, but it was swapping BeoMedia server for a BeoMaster, and even swapping panels in the TV for like the latest. I have a D11 in my BV9. I started with the D10. No, D9. I started with.
Does your mum need a BeoVision 755 Mark II Full HD? €995 asking price.
Fuck, that's cheap.
Yeah.
It would cost me arm and a leg to ship it here. First of all, second of all,
It comes with
the
a
voltage
BeoLab 4.
conversion
Sorry,
and the
with the
voltage
BeoLab
conversion.
7.4.
Hmm. Just thought about this theater that I'm gonna be doing, looking at this Biosystem 3, and like I think I might have an issue if I assign the BioLab 8000s left and right without a center channel. I think because I don't think it'll mix them down together. I remember that having a problem with one system like that. But there is a way to do I guess to tell the system 3 that the front speaker's center channel is 7.6 and then it only, right? And then it does the stereo. and then you can put the lap 3s in the back to have them as effects.
Sounds like a hodgepodge put
That's
together
the
again.
house with fucking double Cat 5e running as a master link.
Hmm.
That's that house or theater. So that's gonna be. Yeah, I hate the Frankenstein systems, dude. I absolutely despise it.
It's fine if you can maintain it yourself because it's your system, but
Yeah, this is, I think, one of their last ones. I think that I've been involved since I started with BNO in 2011, but I never built that house because they built it before that, like a few years prior.
ooh,
So
this is interesting.
what's this?
An A9 Mark III for asking €1,800.
Does that have a room compensation built in it or no? Only
Yes.
the Mark IV does.
No, the Mark III and the Mark IV are almost identical, except the Mark III didn't have GVA in it.
Okay.
The Mark III was a weird in-between model.
Can you not request a non-GBA model now?
Yeah, you can.
So, because that's what I would get. I would get the non-GBA. That fucking A9 is just sweet.
Yeah, I still love them.
$5,000 Canadian, brand new. Now,
Let's see.
close to
I think they're like 3.5 here or something.
euros.
Yeah.
Let's see. I
Uh,
sold one. I don't remember, but I'm remembering the bill, not the freaking.
3,000 euro for the base version.
$4,600 here. So plus tax, it's almost 5K.
So if you want the gold tone one, that's 3,300 euro. The white
Brass
is the
stone is 5,000 even. Fudge, and so is the bronze tone. See, I'd like to get the white one, but then I'd have to. I don't know if they sell the legs separately anymore. These bastards.
sweet. Here,
What?
get 10% off if you buy 2 connected speakers, or 15 when you buy 3 or more. That's actually now on the website. Sweet.
Interesting. Somebody must
Finally,
have been
they've
watching the
listened.
podcast. Somebody was watching the podcast.
I mean, whether they were or not, if they came up to it with their own idea, that's fine. I don't care, but it was so dumb that buy 2, pay the same.
Same.
That was so stupid. Captain
I
Jared
would
said,
buy. I would buy. Sorry. Go
Captain
ahead.
Jared said, I really had to persuade my dealer to order a non-GVA speaker. Yeah,
Why?
I think dealers think that it's actually a nice feature to have, and that B&O's implementation is quite decent, which granted it is. But also B&O gets a kickback from Google for it, obviously. Should your dealer care? No. My dealer is sort of
I
like,
think it's a fucking brainwash of the GBA and Internet of Things that everybody has to have something that is internety, right? That like I'm perfectly fine living without the Google Assistant, and it's a month without it. And I don't miss it at all. I kind of do every now and then. It's like smoking, I guess, right? You every now and then you think of it, but I I'm okay without it. I don't want everything in my house listening to me conversing. That's that's the thing.
yeah, I don't think Captain Jared has the same, or has the same idea. Like, please don't listen to everything I do. I I was ridiculed for years on this fucking show for not wanting to do that.
See, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind. Like, I'm probably gonna reset up the Google Assistant when I'm out in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I just don't bother with it here because I know my mom doesn't fucking use it. She won't even, she's got accident. She'd be fucking hilarious. She'd be triggering nonsense. So I'm not even bothered with it here.
He said to
And
use the microphone switch at the bottom had to be sufficient. He said, "Yeah, but then you get the 4 red lights
yeah,
that
fuck off. Because then you always like your Google Assistant is turned off or your microphone is off
it
every
starts
time it does
shouting
speak.
at you."
Yeah. No, man, I would have slapped him in the face and ordered me the fucking speakers, dude. Don't
Oh
like.
no, Joachim. He said, "Get ready for another price bump on the 90s." He heard
No
whisperings.
shit, eh?
Fuck
Sweet,
me. I said that.
sweet.
Was that yesterday? As a sort of like, I surely hope not, but.
I bought myself a Bitcoin with those speakers, bro. Fuck. So I'm gonna keep them
Like
forever.
150? 150? Fuck me.
150,000 euros.
Well, if it's dollars, it's even still shit because that's a 30k increase, isn't it? Because they're like 120 grand in dollars.
That's 193,000 Canadian. There's no way they would go up by 30%, or not 30%, $40,000, because they're $1.50 right now.
Fuck. Fuck me.
That's insane.
I, I don't mean to disbelieve you, Joachim, but I surely hope not.
I hope you're wrong, honestly. Like, well, for me, I don't care. I have them, but I just, for the sake of being able to sell them to somebody ever, not my speakers, not my son. No, 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 no. This is once I'm in Florida. People are gonna
I'll build you a room where you can live, so you can come view them every so often.
view them. I'll have that room in my room, and you can come for a visit. That's gonna be how I'll pay my rent. You can go and sit in front of him for fucking 20 minutes a day, and that's it. Or you can pull up. You can skip 3 days and have an hour if you want. It's a lot of music in an hour, bro. He's not liking it.
I mean, in USD, they're $110,000.
Right now,
Yeah, that's what the website says in the US.
which one's the white ones?
No,
Those are more.
price including a. Give us $110,000. Price including a pair of BLF 90s. The info button says.
That's hilarious.
Really? I thought that was the thing I was buying. God, I hope they
Wow.
don't go up more. I really.
Yeah, dude. Click on the white ones. What's that oak on them? Is it gonna be oak as well?
No, the sand one is light oak, and
Light
the
oak.
white one is with regular oak. Yeah, these
Yeah.
speakers I'm only ever going to get secondhand if this keeps on happening.
Pretty much.
So 1st of June. Oh, I'm going to rip them a new one on the show if that really happens. If they're going to put in another price increase, because I don't want to be doom and gloom about it, but this makes me think, like, should we continue doing the BeoTalk as is? Because at this point, I can't even fucking buy it anymore. If this keeps on going.
Still got the 50s.
Yeah, I still got it, but like, what the fuck? Like,
It's getting expensive, dude.
It's to the point where I can't even recommend it, even though I have it, because it's just too much.
But is it? If you compare it to everything else on the market that people go to the audiophile shit and the lengths they go to, like I have a buddy that has a set of speakers with the preamps and all this nonsense, excluding the turntable, right? Because you can't connect it directly to the 90s. So that was on its own, I think about 15 to 20 grand, if not 25. But the entire system is valued at $300,000. That's including the fucking cables blessed by the Pope and everything else. And at the time, those speakers were 120 grand. I'm sure those fucking Macintosh amps and stuff went also up in the same time as everything else went up. Not as far as that, I don't know, but I just think that
Yeah,
in
okay, but
correlation to what it is,
to put it this
what
way,
you're
right?
getting.
Like, the speakers I have standing behind me now, they now, new price, as they stand here, want 43,500 euro for it.
Yeah,
That's insane. That is so much money.
but for what you're getting, it's like, back in the day we were bitching about the fact that 90s were going for too cheap for how much tech they got in them and blah blah blah. B&O should charge more. Now they are raising the price, and we're bitching again. Well, I'm not. I understand what the fucking value is. I'm
I
just
don't think
glad
they
and
were
lucky
going.
that I bought them when I did. That's
I
it.
get that. I don't think they were too cheap, but they were cheap for how good they were, which is not exactly the same thing because that meant they were
Well,
attainable.
yeah, well, but that's what I mean. Like they were too cheap for. They were selling them for way too cheap for what they were offering comparatively to anything else. And I
Sure, but they're
honestly
not
think that
focal, where like focal will.
they're stupidly expensive.
Yeah, but focal also never ever breaks, and you don't have stupid software issues, and you don't have like oopsie daisy. We uploaded this new firmware that now bricks your speakers or it has a weird tone to it.
Hmm.
None
Oh,
of
but
this.
that's magic. It's it's the magic of the updates. It's like, hey, what the fuck we're gonna get today?
I mean, that's insane. But like, I have a hard time justifying anybody. Like, don't get me
Life
wrong.
is like a box of chocolates.
Don't get me wrong. I love my 50s, but if they at the time were 43.5 grand because I have the aluminium covers on it, like, no, yeah, just no. It's too
Mm.
much. Like, I bought these speakers when they were cheaper than my car, and now they're more than my car was.
Hmm. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. But then again, like my 90s are in white more than double to what I've paid for them.
Yeah, it's
But mind you, I got a good deal because I was one of the very first adopters of those speakers, and because I was a pro partner, right? So I had, a few percent off, but it wasn't nothing to fucking sing about.
I'm gonna have to look at John with teary eyes and like, oh, please give me some 90s or something if you're not gonna sell me yours.
Well, I don't think that I would ever sell these speakers, dude. Like, I know that they're a pain in the ass to move about, but once you set them up, and they're just so good, and it's the best piece of electronics that I've ever owned as far as speakers are concerned. Obviously,
Yeah, but
and
I mean,
yeah,
to put it this way, when these speakers like launched as you see them here, which was 2017, right? Which is 5 years ago, they were 26,750 euro asking. Now they're 40 grand.
damn.
I don't know what constitutes that rise in price. Like, honestly, like there
You
hasn't been
can,
that much inflation since then. Like, so you can't
but
say
they
it's for
can.
inflation. Can they ask more? Sure. Is it a
Did it
great
like? Would
idea?
there be a fucked up logic of the fact that they had done it just so they can reduce the demand because there's not enough supply, or there's so much demand that they just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna call some of these people because we're gonna make more money off of them. We can produce the same amount of volume, but just instead of having dealers taking pre-orders, like now they're just gonna be people that literally just come in and order them up, and they can have them right away because we only sell few a month type of thing, and it's worth it. I don't get the logic where that is, why it is.
Maybe I'll have to do some digging to see if that's even a potential thought pattern. I somehow doubt it, but I
But
wouldn't put it past them because they can't make enough as it is. It seemingly,
yeah,
plus also the whole
and I
supply
wonder how
chain.
much pain in the ass is to actually manufacture the 90s nowadays is when it took them a 7-day process, or well, sorry, 5 days it took, I think. No, 7 or 8 days I think they had them to they were building an each speaker that's from ground up, right? Like you're getting the including the smelting and melting and casting the aluminum chassis and shipping it over, basically if it was fit and finished, because they these big 65 kilo blocks of fucking processed aluminum chassis, and then the people just sit there and shove speakers and electronics into them for a few days.
I should have bought these fucking 90s when I had a chance,
Yeah, man.
but even back then it was a lot of money. But now it's just insane money. Well, like what I
Now
absolutely
you could have made money if you sold them. Fuck.
I can pretty much sell my 50s for what I paid for them, so I've had 5 years of free listening,
Hmm.
which is also insane.
It's a good investment.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think any other brand has gone up this much. Like, unless I'm totally wrong, I'm not. I don't have the biggest eye on the whole audio file range outside B&O, but
I agree with generic enthusiasts, but they're not like they are cheap, but they're not cheap. And I think that we also are tainted by the fact that uh of the that I've been around them since the day one. I've been around 90s, or I've heard of them in 2014 when Buddy got back from dealer meeting and he was describing this. He's like he couldn't really like how do you describe 90s really, right?
well, the Focal
Like,
Grand Utopia at 360K are roughly the same price per pound as 90s are.
what, as far as how heavy they are,
Yes.
or what? That's
The,
fucking
the,
insane.
the Focal Grand Utopia are over 200 kilos each.
Jesus Christ.
They're also nearly 2 meters tall.
Wow, like that system would literally sink your floor or start sinking your floor in
Yes.
Canada here. Cause wow. Cause you got fucking 400 kilos in corner of each room, right? Or not more or less corner, because you gotta bring it out, do whatever the prescribed spacing is and all that nonsense. And then you have the blocks, which are also gonna be probably what 20, 30 kilos each, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
with all these big toroidal transformers and stuff in them. But I just I think that's yeah. My problem is that I've seen them around since for I guess you can call them dirt cheap now, and I still thought that they were. But I think that also we're used to the fact that you look past can it really cost that much money, right? Like the speaker drivers, really are they that much more money now to put into the whatever you can call them Mark II 90s with those.
No. Well, yes, they are quite a bit more. I think they're per tweeter, it's something like €150 per tweeter more, and for the what is it? Is it the
Yeah,
10
but that
and
doesn't make it cost $130,000, $140,000.
No, but it's something like the mid ranges are something like I think 200 per mid range more. So that times
Oh,
7,
really?
yeah. And then the 10-inch driver is something like 400 a driver more. And that's because they buy them in from ScanDisk, or is it ScanDisk or ScanSync or Scan something?
ScanSpeak.
Yeah.
ScanSpeak. Hmm. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
140.
I'm looking at the spec sheet of the Focal Grand Utopias. They go from 18 hertz to 40 kilohertz.
Oh, these, yeah, they look weird to me. I've heard them in Vegas,
They're 2 meter
or a
1
variant of
tall
them.
by 65 wide by 88 centimeters deep. And
Jesus
they're
Lord, that's a lot.
265 pounds each. Sorry, 265 kilos each. They're 584 pounds a speaker.
Well, you can't even topple that over. Fucking hell. What's so heavy inside these things? The wood?
Yeah, it's a 4-way speaker as well, and it has a 16-inch driver in the bottom up front, and it has a whole mechanism to tilt the top down to the perfect listening position. And
Oh, is that so? That's motorized?
no, it's with a hand crank.
Oh,
I'm not
well,
even.
they couldn't put the fucking motor in it.
Well, no, but
Removal mid ranges and mid bass and woofer grills. Oh, okay, I see.
yeah. So I can. Yeah. So this is the idea. It's sort of accordions,
Like that, yeah.
but you can. I mean, they're over 2 meters tall, which is ridiculous.
Where's the second speaker?
What do you mean second? Oh, I don't know.
And it was just it's really hand
The
cranked
difference
shit.
between Focal, though, is that they make just about everything themselves. They design their own drivers and
That's fine, but still, dude, that's a lot of money.
oh yeah. I mean, I think they start at euro something like 180,000 for a pair, 200,000. So per pound or per kilo, they're roughly the same as 90s.
Fuck. Yeah, but then still you need an amplifier, right? Because these aren't active.
No.
Recommend an amp power 50 to 1500 watts. Why would you even bother with the 50-watt amp on these things? Like that's it's like driving fucking 911 Porsche in the winter in Calgary. That is the car that you chose to fucking have as an all year round deal.
Well, not all power is the same. I mean,
I understand that, but 50 watts, you can't tell me that it's. I guess that there's got to be a minimum somewhere, so I understand that.
yeah, but if you have a Class D 50 watt versus a Class AB 50 watt, that's not the same at all. And then you can
No, I
have
know that.
a Class D 50 watt that can do it at 4 ohms continual 50 watt. That's also a lot more powerful than at 8 ohm.
Hmm. But still,
I mean, and then it depends on how loud you want it.
to do these ohms.
I mean, do you regularly? Because I bet you these speakers can play at like 120 dB. But do you want to reach that? Because if you do, you probably need a 1,000-watt amp.
Yeah.
But if you don't care for that, then get a different amp. But then you get to play with, they sound better with a Class AB 150-watt amp than a Class D and.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not even into those conversations anymore. I'm so glad. I don't have to talk to people like that when they come into the store and just like, no, dude, just shut the fuck up. We're PowerLink here. It's low voltage, and that's the end of it.
I mean, this is what I liked about B&O, right? It's like it's plug, play, forget, and you just go, and the rest is
Sounds great.
just finger swiping on in an app, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can change the whole fucking EQ of your speaker in the fucking app with your finger. Like, you don't need to fuck around.
Yeah, that whole 2-channel world has never been for me. So even though I do listen to 2-channel speakers or have listened to them as well, but it's not for me. I like to be, I've been around it for way too long now to fucking even deviate anywhere else, and I hope that they're around till I die. After that, whatever the fuck happens, then I'm gone, so I don't care. And apparently, when I went for a reading, then I don't have any fucking more like times to come back to this planet, so I'm fucking done. I checked this box, and that's the end of it. So I don't give a fuck what happens to him,
I called
because
dibs.
I don't care if I get reincarnated, right? And fucking, because I don't get to do that anymore. Apparently, this is my last time. So.
I called dibs on your will. Write me in your will. I want these 90s.
These 90s. Well, on that note, I'm gonna get going because I need to do some stuff still.
Serious though, if you ever rewrite it, write me in 90s.
90s for Mikey. He needs to carry them by himself out of the house. No help.
I can train for that.
So,
I'll get John to fly over to come and fix them.
Well, I got those handlebars, the bullhorns, so you could actually at least pick them up and move them. Because I ain't cheap. I bought everything. I got the skates too.
Mm-hmm.
Skates are awesome.
Generic Enthusiast says, anyway, B&O price increases are comparable to the rest of the equipment out there. I'm willing to accept that for the last year or two. But B&O has been doing plus 10% every year for the last 10 years on just about anything, which is crazy.
They've done it for longer than that. I think they've always been doing it.
Is audio equipment always going up 10% every year? Which I almost doubt, because I mean, what does a Blue Sound Note? What does that cost now?
$300, $200.
I mean, surely that didn't start off at like €110.
God knows, I don't remember.
Like, I mean, it's the Blue Sound Note is like €600. But that didn't start off at like 300 5 years ago, and now it's 600, right?
No,
I mean, how is anybody ever going to get into anything hi-fi if this is the norm that every year everything just going to get 10% more? That's nuts.
You're gonna own nothing and be happy. $700 currently in Canada. Yeah.
I mean, it's still cheap compared to a Core, because it does a lot more than a Core does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you also have an HDMI in on this thing.
Yeah, I think the Core, the only thing that you really pay for is the actual network link interface. That's the only, I guess.
But with the amount of people, even in the B&O sphere, that use AirPlay and Chromecast, I'm not sure it's that valuable anymore, other than for you and me, the diehard B&O fans.
I think it's valuable to people that have older gear still, that ties in together. You know what I mean? And like older gear by meaning is even Stage works on that particular level, right?
Yeah. But...
And then you can't do gateway. Like you can't. I understand that everybody's gonna go to the Internet of Things and you're gonna do something somewhere else differently, but I still think that having something that is a central brain that controls all of these little different auxiliary things that you tie into it, or systems even.
That's local and that specialists can understand, not that a hodgepodge software crap pulled together that only you understand.
Fucking geek squad comes in, whatever, but this is something that, it's independent of a cloud. That's a big thing for me, that I don't give a fuck for the cloud, and every now and then there's an issue with something, and like I had Google not working because I would talk to it and it just you know, or they updated something and I fucked up the IFTTT and it's not, you know, and that
Yeah.
doesn't so. But if I press a button on a Lutron and that involves, let's say, the Philips Hue LEDs or uh, the anything on the Master Link network link as a product or lights, it fucking turns off. Like you know it does. It's just it takes a while in your head to get used to the fact that you are actually that it does happen, that it does do it.
Yeah.
And
God, Joachim, if you're still here, I so hope you're wrong. Not because I want to prove you wrong, but I would be kind of sad at B&O. And I mean, this last price hike was already enormous on the 90s, going from 85 to 100 all of a sudden.
yeah,
Which is a nearly 20% increase. Like it's 18.5% more all of a sudden. God, because it also affects the secondhand market, and that's what almost annoys me more. Like secondhand 90s used to go for like a good set was like, well, the bottom of the range was like 32, and a high set was like 37,500 euro. And then you had like, I mean, they were black because they were always black, but they were in like excellent shape and maybe a year and a half old. Now, if you look on secondhand market, if you find them at all, like the bottom is 50 and the high is like 65.
fuck.
Because, I mean, I literally see dealers that have them on sale secondhand, right? Now this speaker is 100 grand. It's like, fuck. Yeah, no wonder that 60 now seems like a deal.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they doubled the secondhand market in terms of value by like 2x. And I hate it. And it's just becoming unattainable.
Like he's gonna have to get a job now.
Even so,
No
right?
joke.
Like,
Put away a little money there and then.
I mean, even so, right? Like, fucking, this we're talking like Porsche money now for a set of speakers.
Oh, it used to be Honda money.
Yeah, I mean that's a big difference.
Oh fuck.
I mean, and you don't get the reliability of either.
No, you don't. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck me.
I gotta
Anyway,
get
yeah,
going, my
we're
friend.
going to call it for tonight. Hope we're all wrong. I hope you're wrong, Joachim.
That's right. I hope so too.
Need to pray on it or something. And thanks for watching. And oh, yeah, YouTube is still up. So bye, everybody. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Twitch. Bye.
See you, YouTube.